That's right. It's another late night, which means it's time for another exciting reach into the Just Giggle It grab bag. And tonight we're pulling out. Ooh! Huh. Smells all fragrant. Well, it smells like something post Valentine's Day. What do you know? How to date out of your league, Alexi. Just Giggle It sketch number 54. Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Yes, Dragon. Post Valentine's Day indeed. How did you spend your Singles Awareness Day, Dragon?
Well, very simple. I watched the Charlie Brown Valentine's Day special.
That's so quaint. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the first one's always the better one. Like that whole thing with the dance with Peppermint Patty and Marcy is the one that falls into. I'm talking about the puppet show and everything, and the Be My Valentine thing. Seriously, very prolific. Probably the saddest Charlie Brown thing you're ever gonna watch. And I mean, like
That's the
it's like
one
the
with the teacher, right?
yes, that's the one with the whole Miss Sophomore thing with
Oh God,
Linus and the
yeah,
whole and
yeah.
the ending where again like the like Schroeder sticks up for Charlie. But oh, it's a great one, man. It is anyway.
All right, all right.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's get right into it, Dragon. How many of these do we have left? What's the countdown going? Because
After
we're kind of
tonight,
yeah.
after tonight, we're gonna have 5 left.
Oh, top 5, baby.
Now,
Top
mind you,
5,
one of
baby.
them's kind
All
of a
right.
hanging Chad for when they kind of put out the new one. We're kind of on
Of
bated
course.
breath with a very kind of room-inspired one, let's say.
You know they're just sitting on it, and they're gonna be like, we're gonna wait until the last pop. Like we're literally gonna drop it right after they think that they've run out of stuff.
Yep. So basically, that one's definitely hanging in the air there. If they do, the point being, we'll see when that one happens, but after that one, we're gonna be plumb out.
Right. All right. So, let's get into it. How to date out of your league, Alexi. Trademark.
So, well, also we have the crew on this one. We should probably highlight.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This has basically this one has kind of the Osmosis Jones approach to kind of the production on this one because you have a kind of a 2 sets of directors on this. So, of course, for the kids out there, Osmosis Jones, a movie where you have the live action segments directed by the Farrellys, and you have the animated segments directed by someone else. So, anyway,
Okay, that makes sense. You see, when you said that, I was like, wait, was there some behind the scenes Osmosis Jones drama that I didn't know about?
no. It's just you have 2 sets of directors. You have the anime, essentially the anime movie being directed.
For a second there, I thought there was like a Lord and Miller, Ron Howard thing going on there.
No. Anyway.
Anyways.
Okay, so this is very interesting. So this was directed, and I tell you, I swear to God, I was gonna go off the assumption that the man usually does wears all the hats did this one, but I could feel in the visuals. I recognized this visual style, man. I knew in my gut it had to be this guy. And I was so vindicated and finding, oh my God, it was him. That's why I was hesitating on just like blindly assuming it was Joshua Thomas because it's not just Joshua Thomas. So this was directed by Jason Ramlow, specifically all of our live action segments, pretty much what you see here in front of you, the visual direction, that's Jason Ramlow, and he wrote it as well. So the voiceover, all the voiceover direction, basically some good old VO direction, and presumably the editing, because I mean the man, one of the finest things this man does is the editing. Joshua Thomas doing the voiceover direction, the editing, and a little extra, which we're going to get to later. So that's the breakdown. A little Ramlow, Joshua Thomas tag team action here, folks. A lot of fun.
All right, Dragon, do you want to break down the cast too?
I mean, I figured we would cover them as they pop up, but I mean, it's obviously
specifically the narrator because it's bugging the crap out of me.
Are you kidding me? You didn't recognize the narrator. Oh.
Is it McBride?
Yes, it's McBride.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure, Dragon. I just wanted to make sure because much like you, I didn't want to be an idiot and just assume, all right?
It's Ken freaking Armand.
It sounded like McBride. I just wanted to be sure, all right? Sue me for wanting to be sure.
I mean, Tiki, I didn't even need to verify that one. You can tell.
Okay. Fair enough. Don't jump down my throat about it.
All right.
I have been very embarrassingly wrong before on this show.
Okay. I mean, I'll be shocked if I'm wrong on that. I'll admit. I'm just saying I know that voice, and I mean, I'd be gobsmacked if I'm wrong about it. Okay.
Remember the Ziploc baggies, Dragon.
That's what I'm saying, man. Anyway. So of course, basically the general sell and kind of the general premise of this one, kind of a dating ad meets a prescription ad. Kind of like the new flashy drug ad, as it were. The old.
I gotta tell you, when I first heard the title, I thought for the longest time it was a parody of Alexa.
Me too. I kind of assumed it
Really?
was a bit of a no. Bear in mind, if you look at the dates, I don't even think Alexa was. Well, I guess Alexa was a thing. How long has Alexa been a thing?
At least since Mr. Robot season 2.
I know that much. But that's what I'm saying. Mr. Robot. That was like okay. The point being, I may have been on the fringes of Alexa. I think Alexa probably was in its infancy around the time this one came out. The point being, yes, there was an Alexa assumption with the whole Alexa thing. And of course, the other reason we're covering this a little post Valentine's Day is a little happy accident, a little something called the Oscars. A little rinky-dink award show. No one really bats an eye at. Point being, the Oscars. A lot of ads and everything. One of those ads for the Oscars, like the history of Alexa, which include basically Ellen's big ad, and Ellen's ad, of course, had the derivation of Alexa in its many forms throughout the ages. And of course, you pare it down, you get to Alexi. So going into this, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I wonder if it's. I've seen this a while ago, but I wondered specifically. I kind of forgot specifically the whole pharmaceutical angle of it all. It's like, oh god, yeah, that's what it is. Basically, Alexi being okay. That's quite cool.
Basically, the whole gag of the sketch is very simple. It's like a list of side effects.
Yes, but again, Tiki,
this is honestly one of the more straightforward sketches that we've ever covered. I think.
Can't tell you how relatable this sketch is to me.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I should probably specify. In my case, I was thinking more relatable in the prescription ad side of things.
Oh, okay. You know what? It's funny because I am someone who takes prescription medication who is also very hard up in the dating department, and I don't want to say my last girlfriend was an Alexi, but it was kind of a sort of, maybe. I don't know. It was weird. So
my point is, I found it just so related because I see these ads on TV all the time,
and it's just like the laundry list of like side effects. It'll kill you.
Because that's the thing. Because you always have like these happy-go-lucky ads. My point is, like Ramlo, he just nailed it so well in the writing, and Josh has brought it to life in just like in the direction. Because my God, man, it gels so good. It might be one of the best commercial gags that JGI's ever done. It might be, man. It's really good. I mean, oh god, it's fun. Anyway, I'm just glowing about it right now. I guess we should just dive right into it.
And our mom needs the battle cereal mom.
Oh god.
I'm just throwing that out there into the universe. Because I'm sorry.
You were about to say Danny McBride, weren't you?
Yes, I was about to say Danny McBride. I called myself.
Tiki, life is not this is the end, okay?
Oh god.
Jesse McBride. Or Jesse
Goldhorn.
Or Jesse Goldhorn, depending on what era of the career we're diving into. And the point being, Jesse McBride. He's always Jesse McBride in my heart. It's like how Grey Delisle is always Grey Delisle in my heart. I know it's Griffin now, but it's always going to be Delisle, darn it. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're on this again. All right. Anyways.
Anyway.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, Dragon. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by that. All right.
All right.
I'm just hyper. I just chugged a Red Bull. So.
All right. Okay. All right. So.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So we have McBride doing the VO, at least presumably McBride. We have McBride doing the voiceover with we start with this kind of black and white image of Ross Copland. Ross Copland, I remember it's okay, I'm a cop. You know that guy from Cat Lover, and basically the human version of that. And I don't watch porn. Good old Ross Copland or Copeland. Yeah, I guess it's Cop. I don't know. I keep going Copland because he plays a cop in both of those. That's why I keep going Copland. Point is Ross Copeland. He's in black and white. He's doing the slow-mo depression walk, or kind of the slow-mo, just kind of like the sad walk, if you will. And then we have McBride kind of giving the voiceover of like, are you suffering from loneliness, a low self-esteem, a sexual drought? Ask your doctor. Ask your doctor
just
about
saying.
Ask your doctor about Alexi. And of course, the minute that's said, it's like, okay, I know exactly why we have kind of like the colon Alexi at the start of this here. It's like, oh god, product ad. And again, eons better. I don't want to just I don't want to cash out another JGI sketch here, but again, just to show you by comparison, this is what these guys are on like an A day, man. This is like just the night and day comparison. All right, you have a product parody of a hashtag like a man, where you have Alexi here, and Alexi's like, oh my god, put Alexi on a pedestal, give it like a Howard Hamlin halo of some variety. That's what I'm talking about here. Anyway, point being, all right, okay, so then we have the drug ad with kind of the dating solution being the cell, and of course really great upgrade from a lot of the product. I kind of noticed on Tiki in the last sketches that we have left, a lot of them are kind of advertisement parodies. I just kind of noticed that.
You know what? Let's just say that's a theme season that we stumbled into, Dragon.
Sure. It's kind of the SNL ad parody season. That's
right.
But again, it's to highlight it specifically. Again, JGI, again, as we constantly compare them as the better SNL, kind of the better, more like, the SNL, like, what if SNL always had like a good day
what
minus
SNL
excitement?
Should be these days.
Precisely. I mean, not basically if SNL had like if every night was an Eddie Murphy night on SNL, it's kind of what you get with the JGI. It's kind of. No, but seriously, it's kind of like the it's a great kind of product parody ad, and just like I love this is their ad sketches at their finest here, and of course coming off of what we did last time for Valentine's Day, Hobo Hotline. Again, we're on an ad kick. Okay, so we have this beautiful reveal shot. So we go from sad black and white to try Alexi, and as we say Alexi, as McBride just sells the crap out of Alexi, and just the name reveal, we have a beautiful reveal shot of Alexi herself, played by the incomparable Piper Henson. My God, Piper Henson. Again, we always say so many nice things about Piper Henson because they're all warranted, folks, and they are. My God, man, what she does in this sketch is amazing because she doesn't. In a way, she doesn't have a word. She doesn't say a word of dialogue, but by the same token, she has gobs of dialogue that's hysterical. It's just kind of. Having her cake and eating it too, and that just seeing the actions unfolding, and she's just conveying so much, just all these great absurd actions which we're going to break down. But again, I love like when she jumps into the dialogue. That's where we really get cooking with gas, man. It's like, oh God, it's a point. Piper Henson was the MVP of this sketch, no question. So, point being, gorgeous young woman. You need a gorgeous young woman who's out of your league, thanks to her recent breakup with her a-hole boyfriend. Alexi is, and folks, isn't that always this? There's always the ex-a-hole boyfriend. I can attest to it. There's always the ex-a-hole boyfriend. We'll stop there, but just
okay. There's one of two things. All right. There's either the a-hole boyfriend or there's the guy that she couldn't get with.
There's always look, we're not just trying to get a soapbox here, but again, a little post-Valentine's Day blues, perhaps.
Sure,
I don't know.
Why not?
There's always, just briefly, there's always like the girl who's just either in a relationship or is like is complaining, saying like, oh man, I'm in this very bad relationship. It's like, well, yes, you're very okay. You're picking up on this, but you're not quite acting on it. You're not quite getting the wake call. Sometimes women have bad taste, specifically always in the previous ex-boyfriend territory. It's not going to work out, but they're still in the days. They're still like, this could still work, right? And it's unfortunate, all right. But true to life. It happens. Anyway.
Okay. So, so yeah, recent breakup with asshole boyfriend. Alexi is ready to date you. So don't go through life alone. Another day. Become the envy of all your buddies at work. Ask your doctor about dating Alexi. And here we go, Dragon. Here we go. 27 seconds into the sketch, we get into the side effects.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second. Of course, these are the visuals here. We have we pan up from the leg. We have the wink, and of course,
Henson is just kind of like weirdly like twirling around on the lawn in a dress.
I love this dress, this flower dress they put her in, because it has almost like a built-in has like a built-in capish trail to it.
Yeah, totally. She's owning it.
That's what I'm saying. So I love we go from the leg, the pan from the leg to the little wink, and I love how she's holding this cup of coffee when she's first introduced.
By the way, the cup of coffee. I don't know if this is supposed to mean anything, but I'm pretty sure that's a one of those stupid red cups of coffee from Starbucks that caused all that controversy for some reason.
Tiki, I swear to you, I can't pinpoint it. I think we've talked about this before, or this. I think we've had the red coffee cup verified somewhere by JGI once. I know we've talked about this red coffee cup thing before. I don't know if it's in relation to JGI. I assume it is, and maybe somewhat.
You know what's funny about the red coffee cup, Dragon? That happened in 2015, and it's the last controversy I remember before the world turned to shit the next year. Isn't that funny?
Anyway, so deja vu effect on
yes, I'm sorry.
So deja vu on coffee cups aside here. Fact of the matter is, The fact of the matter is, you also have this hysterical gag where she has like the strike a pose point, where she points to essentially the Ross Copeland here, and he gives like the turn, like the sunglass, like the like the muse, almost like the muse, like the Ferris Bueller, like oh my god, that whole thing. Anyway, point being, is she strikes a pose and points at him, like, yeah, I'm looking at you, man. And he turns dramatically, like lowers the sunglasses. Then we have like BDNV, basically all the cells there. And then, so basically, they're selling, McBride's selling the heck out of Alexi. And again, that's what this ad's doing visually. Okay, you're initially completely sold on Alexi. And this is this is the true to life thing with all the commercials. This is what's so relatable to me. Is that looks like a cure-all solution, man. Like how
and
look at how
funny
well
is that in some situations it's also kind of like it looks like a fix-all in real life when you come upon a girl like this. You know what I mean?
Too good to be true effect. Where you're thinking, oh man, this product seems wonderful. It seems like it's going to cure. And look at how happy these people are in the ad. I mean, the grandparents are bonding with their children. What could possibly go wrong? And over this happy-go-lucky stuff, we're about to hear some really bad stuff. So Piper Henson then enters the fray. This is where she's already the MVP of the visual comics. now she's amping it up, man. This is where JGI classically ripped the knob off, man. It's like, okay, the knob was already dialed up slowly but surely. Like, it was getting late into the 9 area. Now it's like it's getting to 11 and about to be ripped off and then reattached and then ripped off again. So Piper Henson with the side effects here. So we have these fun-loving shots just to distract from all the heartbreaking side effects here. We have this series of appealing visuals and men checking her out from the side. Of course, these men include Jesse McBride and the great Alex Poncio, which, by the way, little fun fact, Poncio wearing his sweater from If Buying an Orange Were Like Buying a Car.
Oh, hey!
If he were wearing a tie underneath his shirt, that sweater, I would say it's the same character and be a bit of continuity there.
Oh dear. It's
not. But again, it's a little full wardrobe,
us and our little headcanon of JGI continuity.
I mean, either the manager's having kind of a casual day, or it's just like a little wardrobe, little nod, like, hey, the old favorites come back. It's like Piper Henson's little I call it the little Piper shirt, the thing where she has like a little bird on it. But anyway,
Dragon, with all the love that we've been heaping on like the legend that is Ken Armand, I would be surprised if JGI wasn't considering doing a sequel to that sketch at some point.
God, I want Armand back so much. Armand would be great.
I would say at this point, he's like one of the star players in like the running gags of the JGI grab bag.
Anyways. So now you want to hit him with the side effects?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hit him with the side effects.
All right. I'll see how fast I can go with this. Comments include passive-aggressive comments about your weight and appearance and sexual experience. Alexi will not pick you up from the airport or take care of your pets. Alexi may lead to lower self-esteem, and cases of bulimia have been known to occur. And this is where we see Poncio in his sweater. All right. Despite Alexi's flirtatious nature, should the patient have any interaction with another female, i.e., the barista, Alexi will lock herself in the bathroom with your cell phone, hysterically screaming, "Who the fuck is Sarah?"
This is where Piper's just brilliant here. Okay, it's just like, well, okay, a couple things to break down here. So one, as this is going on, so I believe when we get to after the bulimia thing, so which is appropriate. After the bulimia thing, we get to like, despite Alexi's flirtatious nature, of course, with the flirtatious nature we're seeing demonstrated with the banana gag, and of course we see Poncio and McBride's reaction to the said banana gag, where she's eating the banana stuck. Importantly, we don't see that because again,
you know what? I'm just gonna call it, Dragon. This is Ken Armand and the manager on a lunch break. That is headcanon now. That is canon.
See,
all right.
My theory was,
I feel like we have enough influence over JGI at this point that we can make this call, Dragon. I'm going to step in and assert my authority over this. All right. These two are Ken Armand and the manager. I am making this a thing.
Look, in all seriousness, you know what my actual theory is that
yes.
My actual theory is that JGI, of course, for a time they would shoot sketches back to back, and I
Right,
would like to assume. Bear in mind the numbers don't quite match up, but then again they could have shot out of sequence entirely because like that one's how to buy an orange, buying an orange like buying a car. That's I think in the 60s range, and this is number 54, so it shouldn't be. It's not that far off. It's either like 56 or something. It's like the early 60s, whenever that sketch is. So I don't think it's 56. If it were, I could absolutely say without any doubt that they probably shot those in the same day, and that's why we have the same wardrobe and the same players. And they probably tried to double up on that, and that's why we have so many odds and moves. And even the same. Well, obviously we don't use a banana in the buying orange or buying a car, but there's a fun parallel with a banana, and Jesse McBride in the scene. I'll say that much without going too far into that. But you see my point.
Can I spell the? I don't mind spelling out that parallel.
Oh, okay, the point being produce plays a huge role in buying orange or like buying them.
No, but I see a parallel between that and this shot I'm looking at right now of Poncio and McBride. You want to know what it is, Dragon?
Oh God, is it orange juice, right?
No. Hold on. Okay, so Poncio is holding a bag of Doritos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Ken Armand over here is holding a can of Pringles.
Henry Pringle?
Well, that's not quite what I was getting at. I was getting at, like, the Pringles is kind of phallic, Dragon, all right?
Oh!
It's kind of phallic looking, and it's right next to his crotch.
Why did you bring the Doritos bag then? You could have just said the Pringles. Okay.
Because it's in comparison. Poncio is eating Doritos, and Mr. Armand is eating Pringles.
Gotcha. Okay. Now
I'm saying it could be nothing.
Yeah.
Or it could be a very subtle phallic gag.
Well, you know what Freud said. Sometimes a Pringles can's just a Pringles. Okay. Anyway, getting back.
Hey man, I'm a proud owner of a phallic Little Mermaid VHS tape, so that's one of my prized Disney collector's items.
Okay. My point is, we have some visual gags like the banana gag, so of a flirtatious nature, and basically have like the hypnotizing effect on Poncio and McBride.
I love the shot of Piper on the swing set, Dragon.
That's what I'm saying. So we have like this.
Oh God!
I love the example in the commercial too of like if there's interaction with another female, i.e. a barista, Alexi will lock herself in the bathroom with her phone hysterically screaming, "Who the F is Sarah?" And that's basically Piper channeling her inner Farmiga in that moment. There's like the instant snap, like, "Who the F is Sarah?" It's nightmarish if it were in real life, but by the same token, quite funny. And that's the point. Yeah. It's like it's not a side effect of like, okay, folks, you can't just have it all. Well, you can't. There is no such thing as a cure-all. It's called too good to be true for a reason. But we're even applying this to dating. So I like that there is a useful PSA within the comedy as well. That folks, you can't just. Sometimes it doesn't come that easy.
All right, so Dragon.
Yeah.
Cases of dating, Alexi, have led to confirmation of lifelong insecurities and suicidal thoughts. And we see this as we get a shot of Piper Henson on this like weird, like bouncy. How would you describe it, Dragon?
Yeah,
like,
she's on
playground,
the
like
spring horse. It's like a little like a rocking horse, but it's on a spring in the park. You know, so basically we're at a playground. Like we're at a park, and we include a little playground. I love how Piper that's hysterical. That's what I'm saying. Like.
The look on Piper Henson's face is like kind of like happy-go-lucky with just a twinge of madness in the eyes.
See, that's what I'm saying. So with these visuals at this point, this is where we dial up the silly and seductive visuals with these absurd slow-mos, these absurd slow-mo shots.
Also, Dragon, importantly, emphasis on legs.
Yes, the legs are going to be very important. That's the thing, though. I love that we're counteracting, the very serious, side effects and warnings and the dating nightmares that are being described here, while we still have like Alexi on a swing set and a little spring horsey, and just like with that little, and again, almost vaguely Farmiga-esque, which is after that, who the F is Sarah, and this like seeing like over the top adorable visuals, like look at that. But again, you're not seeing the giant caution logo that's flashing right now because like, look at her, she's on a little swing set. Isn't that?
How could you say no to that?
That's what I'm saying. So, should you experience uncomfortable fits of crying while dating Alexi, call your mother. You know what, Tiki? I'm convinced Norma Bates directed this secretly. I'm convinced Norma Bates had a pass. Like, she commissioned this ad. Call your mother if you're basically advertising the girlfriend again, advertising girls who seem nice but in reality are not nice girls. So
Yes.
just going down the
Oh my
obscure Bates
God,
Motel.
totally. Oh,
This is how
Jesus
she would
Christ,
scare
we could go-
Norman straight into
Dragon, we could
arms.
go down a rabbit.
We could
literally
gotta
have
rein
a
it in.
10-minute conversation
I
about
know.
this.
We could. Okay, but importantly though, the man himself, Joshua Thomas.
Oh
Joshua
God.
Thomas, he is the patient in question. He's mentioning patient within all this. So Joshua Thomas reveals kind of the patient in question, kind of our model of the potential clientele. Basically, he's the guy in the bathtub with the girl. If you want to look at the Viagra ads or something like that, because I'm thinking of the Deadpool parodies they do those ads too. Where I'm thinking of that. Sorry. Anyway, the point being, it's hysterical. Anyway, if you haven't seen those, anyway, the point being, so Josh Thomas, he's the patient. Basically, in question, walking away with her, and we have, I believe, we have McBride coming back here saying, "Ask your doctor about dating Alexi today." Get the girl of your dreams under your arm, and I love this. This is a great visual. So as he puts his arm around her,
it's a wonderful visual.
She flings it away, and it's a really funny arm gag. I like the little it cuts away just in the right moment. There, the arm's coming back. I love it. It's like he's like the glutton for punishment, going back for more. That's what I'm saying. Like the arm's going back, man. And then we get the tag gag, which is a little fun fact. The tag gag was entirely directed by Joshua Thomas.
I kind of got the sense of that because I could hear his voice, but
and he's done a gag like this before, which I wonder if this I forget the order which this happened, because I remember we had another tag gag where we had it was very Piper Henson Gam related, let's call it. But I'm going to put it in Jonathan Banks terms here. Yeah, Jonathan Banks. Better Girls. There's a hysterical story where Betsy Kettleman, the actress plays Betsy Kettleman. She was in there, and for the first time, she's wearing these shorts, and Jonathan Banks walked by, very jokingly, said, like, "Nice gams," just walked by, and she was so hysterical. Just hysterical. Anyway, points, we have seductive Piper Henson sitting on the couch with,
I love how she's, wearing the Just Giggle It shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Which I need to get my hands on, by the way.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, the point being, you have kind of the variation on Piper. You have seductive Piper here, and she's using her legs to point at the subscribe buttons and everything. And I love how she says, "Hey, hello, I'm Piper." You're doing the Mae West thing practically. Hello,
right?
I'm Piper Henson from Just Giggle It. I have really long legs. It's just so funny. Just working into the dials. You want to see more? Click here. You want to subscribe? Click there, and there's of course this breaking at the very end. It's very funny. They just that was the thing before he says, "I'm Piper Henson." He goes down the legs after she says, "Look at my legs," and it's okay. Don't actually look at the legs. It's really funny. Anyway,
I think Joshua Thomas says something like, "All right, perfect."
Yeah. Okay.
Final thoughts, Dragon. Go ahead.
My thoughts, again, this is JGI product comedy at its best, no question. Piper Henson, she's the MVP, just milking the funny out of this in all the right ways, both on camera and in the dialogue. Again, it's kind of classic JGI, nailing the parody by getting it so on the money with all these appealing ads with these horrifying side effects. It's done it so perfectly, and it's hard for me to describe it. Like the temperament, like the speed of the delivery of the dialogue, as T kind of tried to emphasize earlier on. Like that's on the money. We have two voices. You always have the two voices. It couldn't just be all McBride. They could have gotten away with it if they really wanted to, but again, obviously, we're missing kind of the point. Being, if you had one voice, you probably could have gotten away with it. But they had the multiple voices because you always have multiple voices in those ads, like presumably like the doctor and then the salesman of such. It's so beautifully. This is just beautifully constructed comedy in every way. And also, I want to throw this out there. Big thing I noticed looking into this one. I think this is a precursor to Robustitude in a few ways. It's kind of a precursor to Robustitude in there's a message against the easy fix, especially in relation to the whole dating of it all. And obviously there's like a horrifying side effect that, basically it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too with these things. There's always going to be like you can't just, you can't just have, kind of the solution to your romantic needs, overnight without any risk or any potentially devastating effects on your life, or terrifying Robustitutes kind of knocking at your door. Maybe I guess what I'm saying ultimately, my big fan theory for this parody, my big fan theory, quite simply, is that Skynet also is the manufacturer of Alexi, and maybe it was the maybe it was the precursor to the prog. This was like Robositude, like Mark One Alexi, and then they upgraded to eventually Robositude. How crazy is that, right?
Yeah. Like that. That's funny.
I was throwing that out there. Point being, I really like the sketch. What do you got?
Oh yeah. Just final. Hold on, Dragon. I'm sending a tweet really quick, so just kind of stall for time.
But yeah, of course. So, folks, again, just absolutely just the JGI at their finest. And remember, folks, we got five left after this. We got five left. Why so is kind of floating in air on that, mind you, because again, ideally, I imagine we're going to get to the end of things. JJ is kind of ready and waiting. He says, "Oh god, these guys are good." Once they've reached the end, we're going to drop why so's on them. Then they're going to have to cover one more. We'll do
All
that,
right.
and ideally there'll be more sketches on the way, and then it'll just kind of be kind of a reservoir of like, you know what? When in doubt, schedule's coming. That's the sign from above that you know what? It's time to talk about JGI once again. Not that we don't have other things in the pipeline once we kind of have a little bit of catch up, but you'll have to wait and see on that one, kids. All right, Tiki, final thoughts.
Okay, yeah, just final thoughts, very simple, Dragon. I do think this is probably the best commercial parody that Just Giggle It has ever done, or at least, yeah, from what we've seen, I mean, from what I can remember. And I really do think it's a great mix of, like, just visual comedy and the voice acting. It's a really good parody of the pharmaceutical stuff, just all around kind of a home run. Another Joshua Thomas grand slam, but also,
A rambunctious
also
Ramlo special.
yes, thank you.
That rapscallion. That
Saved my ass,
rapscallion.
Dragon. Saved my ass. Thank you, as always. All right, take us out, Dragon.
Well, folks, that does it for now. Until the next exciting yet limited reach into the Just Giggle It grab bag.
Kin Armand.